Hi, this is Mark Kaufman, Anthology's Senior Software Engineer on the Integrations Developer Relations and Standards team. And I'm making this video to show you how Ultra content behaves differently for when an LTI item is placed into the content area, this area that we're looking at the screen here, versus into an embed. Uh, we've had some questions about uh, the LTI tool returning an iFrame um, value that is some value like say 662 and 402, and you don't see that when you click on the content item, and that is intentional. It's built that way because we're just showing the content as served by the tool server. It's not, Learn is not bounding the content. Learn only bounds the content when the item is embedded into some document. So let's take a look. And this is by design, it's intentional. It's how it works. So I'm just going to show you what I mean by this, um, and this is the formal. This is how Ultra works. I've confirmed this with the product manager and the other engineers. So let's take a look at what's happening here. So we'll use our one of our very popular video tool providers as an example. It's Kaltura. Some of you use Kaltura, others have used, there's many other video tool providers, but they all can do this sort of thing. And since I've got Kaltura on the system, we'll go ahead and use them. So first, let's take a look at the link. So if we go add content and go to our content market, and then go to, I've got a Kaltura browse and embed set up here. Um, I click on this box here and it will take me to the Kaltura tool server where I can pick some content to be displayed in my course. What it does is it places a link in the course. So it's because it's a link, it's not actually putting content in the course. It's not embedding. You don't see the video on the page, you just see a link. And so this is how Ultra works for links, link items. So if we go ahead and click on this, we'll launch to the tool server, and here we have a short video of me waiting. So we're just going to pick to embed that. I click on that. Oh, I missed the return. Let me show you the return values. We're going to capture the values that are returned to learn. So we're going to click the embed link again, and we'll capture over here using the developer console. You can see there's the deep linking response, and I can capture the JWT here, and I can go to my jwt.io, and you'll see here that we can paste that value in, and we can take a look, and we'll see that we have the 608 and the 402. So that's what Kaltura is returning there. 608 and 402. It's a different one than here. This one was the bricklaying video, but this particular video has 608 and 402. So if we go and we come back to our content link, this is a link now. It's not actually embedded content. And we click on it, we're going to get a peek panel that displays the content, and it's me waving. And you notice if we inspect this, and we'll just go ahead and go to our elements, and we go ahead and inspect it using our little inspector tool. So let's go ahead and, so this is all Kaltura code, this play kit stuff. If the Blackboard code is actually up here, This too, module browse and embed, that's Kaltura code. The Blackboard code is actually up here where it says iFrame name, LTI front launch frame, and so on. And we don't see any kind of um, those two numbers that we just saw, this 662 and the 402. We don't see those there. We just see that we're displaying at, basically we're displaying what Kaltura gives us in this frame. So, because here's where the Kaltura code starts. So what that does is this peak panel is basically, it is a panel that it can be resized, like there's not a fixed height and a width. So the design is responsive, and it's just taking whatever the Kaltura server gave us and displaying it in the peak panel. Okay, so now let's see what happens when we do an embed. So that's the case where it's a content, it's a link in the course content, and there's no bounding on the content that's displayed in the peak panel. So now let's go ahead and create a document. We'll create document, and we'll go ahead and add some content to our document, and we'll this visible to students. And we'll go ahead and go to our content market again, and we'll basically do the same thing. Click the same box, so we get to the same Kaltura server with the same media gallery. I'm not looking just for quizzes. I'm looking for this recording that I made just yesterday, or yeah, just yesterday. And now I'm going to open my developer console again and go to network, clear that out, and go ahead and click embed. And again, we see the deep linking response. And if I copy that value and I paste it into jwt.io, it's the same. It's the same that we just saw for the content link, the link that was created in the course content, but this is for the embed. So here again, we have this 608 and 802. So we're getting this payload like this. Let me just put this here. Okay, so we got those numbers. So now we come back to our product, our learn product, and go ahead and we insert that. And then I'm going to hit save here. So now you'll notice that the video doesn't get resized. It's not responsive. It's got a set width and height. And if we inspect it with our developer console like we did before, and we go ahead and pick the video, you'll notice that learn is in fact, come back up here to the learn code. Here's the Kaltura code, module browse and embed. And then up here is the iFrame that we've got. And let me pause while I find this. You'll notice that right here, Blackboard Learn does in fact put the height and the width values for the frame that's around the content that Kaltura give us as 402 and 608. So the the end of the story, or the summary, is that for embeds, these values are used. They're not used when you create a link that then just opens a peek panel that displays content from the Kaltura server. And that's intentional, it's by design. And so I'm just making this video to clarify that. Thank you for watching.